What do you see in Ohio University? What concerns you, and what is your team going to have to do to be effective and win the game Saturday?
Well, this is an excellent football team. This is Coach Solich's 8th year in the program, and this is probably his best football team. This is a team that was in the MAC championship game last year and has huge aspirations for this year. So offensively, it starts with their quarterback. This guy's an excellent athlete, Tyler Tettleton. You know, he can run, he can throw. He's definitely a dual threat guy, and he just poses a lot of problems. He's definitely somebody that we have to do the best we can to contain. They've got 4 or 5 receivers that we think are all very, very good players. They've got a tight end core that we're going to have to do a good job of keeping track of, and they got 2 running backs there that have a chance to have a really good year for them. So offensively, they're a very, very dangerous team. Defensively, they're very well coached. They're tough. They're sound. They've got a lot of returning players back there on the defense. They do a lot of different things. They don't just line up and give you the same look 2 plays in a row. So we're going to have to be on top of our game and try to string some plays together and do the best we can on Saturday.
You've spoken several times about Allen Robinson making good progress. How about the rest of the receiving core? A couple guys that really have made a lot of progress, and how do you feel about that group?
Yeah, Allen has definitely had a really good camp, but there's a bunch of guys there that have played well, starting with Alex Kenny and Evan Lewis. Both those guys will play for us. They'll play outside, they'll play inside. Both those guys have really improved over the course of training camp. Shawnee Kersey was injured for a little bit during camp, came back the other day, and he looks to be a guy that has really improved since spring practice, and we're really happy to have him there too. We've got some other guys there that have played in the past, and Christian Kuntz and Matt Zenolato and Brandon Mosby-Felder. So we've got some guys there that are role players for us that will also see time. And then we've got freshmen that have come in and looked good, and Geno Lewis and Trevor Williams. So we think we got about 6 to 8 guys there that can all help us, and they've all improved over the course. It's not an easy offense to learn as a receiver, especially a young receiver or a new receiver, because there's a lot of different elements to route running and blitz breakoffs and things that go on. So I think that these guys have made big strides, and I look forward to watching them play on Saturday.
How difficult was it for people to embrace changing some of the most important traditions, and why did you put the names on the helmets and the blue ribbons, the names on the uniforms and the ribbons on the helmets?
Right. You know, again, you'd have to ask the people who have grown up around here or went to Penn State or played at Penn State. I can't answer for them. All I can tell you is that, number one is, I have respect for many of the traditions. I have respect for all the traditions that have gone on before I came here. And so what I decided to do was, you know, not put my own stamp on the program, but to just put our own philosophy as a staff into place. And so when we decided to put the names on the back of the jerseys, I felt it was important for the people out there to really know who these kids were that stuck with this program, that stuck with this university, that are going to help, just help, not lead, just help this community moving forward. And I felt it was important for the people to know who these kids were and what their names were, because when you put the helmet on, you can't really tell sometimes. And so at the end of the day, though, what we've talked about to our team since day one is we play as one team. We play off of each other. Offense gains momentum, defense has to stop the offense, and vice versa. Defense gets a turnover, offense has to turn that into points. So we play as one team, special teams. So it has nothing to do with individuals. It's more about just people on the outside just knowing what these kids are all about moving forward, and these kids are high character guys that really care about Penn State, and that's why I decided to put the names on the back of the jerseys.
Bill, do you feel the team is carrying the torch for more than themselves based on everything they've been through and the fact that it's now the opener?
You know, again, I've said this before, that there is a lot of this that is a little bit more than football, and I understand that, but as we head into this first game and we get out there on Saturday, it's about football. It's about going out there and playing as good as you can. And then when we ask you to, as a student athlete, just like all the student athletes here at Penn State, when we ask you to contribute to the community and things like that, then they're going to do the best they can. But again, they're just a part of this whole thing. We're just the football program that's trying to be a part of making sure that we go out there and play well, but also help the community as much as we possibly can, and as a part of it.
Also, if you could elaborate on some of the game day traditions, you're going to dress here. Could you talk about what went into that? Getting here early, is that more in line with the NFL?
I'm not totally sure what they did in the past. All I know is that we're going to go to the hotel Friday night. Saturday morning, we're going to wake up. We're going to eat breakfast. We're going to get on the blue buses. The blue buses are going to drive us to Lash Building. We're going to pick up a fourth bus over there at Lash Building. We're going to take the same exact route that they've always taken before I got here, I guess, right up this, I don't even know the names of the streets, which I'll probably get in trouble for saying that, up this street over here, the same exact route, and we'll get dropped off. Now, we will dress in the locker room here. So our pads and our helmets and our taping and all that stuff will take place here. So that's what we're doing. I'm not trying to say that that's not a big deal. I'm just trying to say that what is a big deal is how we play when the ball is kicked off.